So I think we're all pretty aware of what's probably going to happen on the McAfee show. And as this video comes out, probably, I think at the point in which you're watching it in this video, the McAfee show will be in about a half an hour. Rodgers will be on the McAfee show in about a half an hour, where he will presumably announce that he will be playing for the New York Jets this upcoming season, which is clear because of a whole lot of things. But, I mean, a big one was them signing Lazard, which, for a deal, like I would have given him $15 million a year. I would have given Lazard $15 million a year. They got him for 11, so good. That's a good deal for y'all. But, yeah, so I think that this is, it's a weird thought. It's a weird situation where my favorite player, I'm going to bed tonight and he is going to be my favorite player who plays for my favorite team, and I'm going to go to sleep tomorrow and I don't know if that's going to be true anymore. In fact, I don't think it will be. I made a video like a while ago where I was like, I think it's like a 2% chance he's traded. I think there's no shot. I think he stays. And I mean, evidently, I mean, to be fair, 2% doesn't mean it's not impossible. But 2% means, but the guess of 2% was very, very unlikely. And here we are, and it is to me now the very likely situation where at the end of the day tomorrow, Jordan Love is going to be our quarterback. And Aaron Rodgers will either be or be on his way to being a New York Jet. Which is weird. It's a weird thing. I've never really been able to say that in my life. Not that Aaron Rodgers is a New York Jet, but that my favorite player, like the guy who got me into football, doesn't play for the team that I like anymore. And like I've been talking to one of my friends who watches the Packers a bunch. Like we're both Packers fans. We're friends in high school. And oh my god, what was I gonna say? But we've been talking. Oh yeah, we've been talking, and I was like, if we're not playing if he's not playing the Packers, I'm rooting for Aaron Rodgers. But now I got to deal with the hypothetical world in which either this season, I don't think it's this season, but I mean, it's possible where the Super Bowl is Packers Jets. It's possible. But either this season or maybe next season, I'm going to have to deal with the hypothetical situation of the Packers playing and me rooting against Aaron Rodgers. Either way, that's just the thing. Regardless, it's just me having to root against Aaron Rodgers, which he's made it a whole lot easier these past few years. He's made it a lot easier. But I still like the guy. I still think he's overhated to a ridiculous amount. I think it's a lot of people taking assumption that of somebody that they don't really know about. They just see headlines, and then they just see people's discourse about him, and it's all kind of like a self-sustaining system where people overreact to things they don't understand, and then other people will see them overreacting to it and think that they are reacting correctly, and then they just do that over and over again. Because people who see them overreacting will then think that that's how they should be reacting, and then they'll overreact, and then other people will see it, and it just goes. But I mean, I've been paying attention since 2011. Since he won the Super Bowl, I've been paying attention to the Packers. Aaron Rodgers has been. He wasn't my favorite player when I started watching football. My favorite player when I started watching football was Peyton Manning, and then it was Deshaun Jackson, and then it was Aaron Rodgers, and I think it will always be Aaron Rodgers. Like, I think I will die, and Aaron Rodgers will be my favorite football player ever. And it's weird knowing that, next year Aaron Rodgers isn't on the Packers anymore, probably. In all likelihood, he's gone. I'm gonna speak for the rest of the video, assuming that he's gone. And if this video ages poorly, then it ages poorly. I get another year with my guy. I'm not gonna stop wearing the hoodies and the jerseys because he isn't here anymore. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save up as much money as I can. I'm gonna buy a fucking Jordan Love jersey because I want Jordan Love to do well. I think he will do well. Will he be Aaron Rodgers? Probably not. But I think he'll do well. I think he'll be a Pro Bowl caliber guy. I'm not exactly sure if he's going to end up being a guy who will take us to a Super Bowl, but I think he's a guy who could be on the team for a Super Bowl run. It's just weird. Because in all likelihood, he's gone. In all likelihood, this is it for him on my team. I have been. It's a thing that other people have had to do, where they've had to differentiate the team that they're rooting for with their favorite player. And I haven't had to do that. I've had the ability to not have to do that, to just be able to watch my favorite player on my favorite team, watch them both, root for them every time, be so excited when my favorite player did what he does best. And what he does best is help my favorite team. And now that's not true anymore. Aaron Rodgers throwing for 50 touchdowns and 2 interceptions like he does every other year no longer means that my team is doing well. It means that the Jets are doing well. And good for Aaron Rodgers, but it's not what the Packers are doing anymore. It's just weird. Just weird. And other people who are watching this are this is something y'all have been through probably. I'm just talking through it, and because football's been such an important thing to me, this is just such a weird thing for it to happen. I thought he would retire a Packer, and it seems like I'm wrong. It's just weird. It's just weird. But a lot of people, the For You page on Twitter is so weird and so stupid. But I'm seeing I see the same people, these two people who are interacting without each other's knowledge. Or they know the other person's doing it because they're on Packers Twitter. They're verified people on Packers Twitter, so they definitely know each other are talking about it. But one guy is talking about how Aaron Rodgers did always have weapons, and he always had people. And then the other guy was being like, if you think that they went all in ever, you're wrong and lying. And I think it's all aggressive when right now we don't have the ability to be aggressive because the best player in the history of our football team is about to be gone. Obviously, you can be like Bart Starr won a bunch, and that's fair. If what you value is championships, you're probably going to think that Bart Starr, or there's a good chance to think Bart Starr is the best player. But Aaron Rodgers won 4 MVPs with a team that's second most all time. He owns nearly every single efficiency record in the book. Some of them by a mile. By a mile he has them. And I think that if you don't do research, it looks like Rodgers choked, and a lot of this is Rodgers' fault. But watching the games and remembering what happens in them, I don't think it was. I think that some of them were, but I don't think it's enough to be aggressive at it. I think it's enough right now for me to sit here and know that he was the most important guy on the team for 15 years. For 15 years, he was the most important player on what I'd argue is maybe the most storied franchise in the history of the sport. For the most storied franchise, he was the most important player for the longest time. And by this time tomorrow, he won't be on that team anymore. It feels weird to talk about because it feels like I'm blowing it out of proportion. Because, it's football, dude. It's difficult because a lot of my friends I talk to online, they're fucking nerds. They play Roblox. They don't like football. So I sound weird whenever I talk about football to any of them, but I guess it's a thing that I find super interesting and fun, and I've put a lot of effort into caring about it. And the guy who I care about most won't be on the team that I care about most anymore. I have to differentiate that now. It also tells me whether or not I'm a fake fan. I'm gonna learn that. I'm a fake Packer fan. I don't think I am a fake Packer fan, but I could be. We go into this next year, and if I'm following those Jets games real heavy and those Packer games, I'm kind of just checking in. Maybe I'm fake. I don't think I am. But I could be. Could be. And I'm gonna find out. It's just it's sad to know that next year, like this next season, I'm not gonna be able to watch the guy that I love doing what I love watching him do. Won't be able to, or not where I want him to do it. In that small town in Wisconsin, it's such a weird thing too, because he's moving from, by far, like, at least in the smallest the smallest home for a team in at least American professional sports. It's fucking Green Bay. Like 70% of the population can fit in the stadium. It's and him going from that to one of the biggest cities on the planet is weird. It's New Jersey, but it's so it's not, but it's weird. Him going from that to a city is weird. And yeah, I right now it is 6:15 in the morning. My sleep schedule has been really bad. But right now, in less than 7 hours, Aaron Rodgers will be on the Pat McAfee show. And if I had to guess, he's going to tell him that he's going to be playing for the New York Jets next year. So for the next 6 hours and 45 minutes are the last times I will be able to enjoy the fact that Aaron Rodgers is on my football team. And through thick and thin, if you're down by 14, that on any given play, Rodgers can flip that ball 45 yards down the field, double coverage, right into whoever the fuck is there's hands. And that can happen any play. That could be first down, that could be fourth down, it don't matter. Game on the line, first play, don't matter. Aaron Rodgers can make the greatest throw you've ever seen twice a game. And I don't know if he's going to do that for the Packers anymore. So, yeah, I don't know. This one was definitely from. I'm recording a bunch of these just for me. I'm going to be talking about this shit soon. The Bears trade was ridiculous. I'm going to try and get into the swing of uploading these every few days because NFL is getting really interesting right now. But I've just kind of had to sit out this suck. I think I'll make a video. I might make another video tomorrow. Post it. Yeah. So I'll probably have another video out on Thursday, talking about what the Packers are, because regardless if this video gets outdated as shit immediately, then I'll be able to talk about the fact that we have Aaron Rodgers for one more year. And what does that look like? And if not, I'll be able to talk about what we look like with Jordan Love at quarterback. And the picks that we're going to get. And, cause there's a lot of good stuff coming up for the Packers. And none of it's Aaron Rodgers. It's weird. All right, well, thank you for watching my sob story of the Packers. I'm going to go watch some Aaron Rodgers highlights. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.